everybody, I'm Kayla, this is Howard and Lacey, and I'm so pumped for what's about to happen. Before we get started, there's one thing you need to know about Easter Jam. Easter Jam is for everybody in your family.
So if you're a teenager, this is for you, even college kids. And even the younger kids, buckle up. So you are getting ready to have some serious fun, okay? But we need you to lead the way. You two adults. So this is the Easter that you have never done before.
So, no matter who you are, know that Easter Jam is for you. The only way for you not to have fun is if you don't participate. So we want everyone to participate. Speaking of participation, if there's anybody missing from your room right now, pause this and go get them because you don't want them to miss out on this. Here we go, everybody. We're going to get started in 3, 2, 1.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
Okay, hear me out. There's two types of people in the world. One who love these things, and if you're like me, not so much. I don't get it. They're just like squishy and grainy. So how do you even eat those? So let me see about your family. If you like them, give me a thumbs up, okay? Now, if you don't like them, give me a thumbs down. Wow, there's a lot of opinions out here. But no matter how you feel about these Peeps, you're gonna love this game. So first, you're gonna divide your group into 2 teams. Next, you're gonna take your Peeps and you're gonna have a team A Peep and a team B Peep. And you can decorate them with marker. You can put armor on there or make them a mustache. Give them some personality. Next, you're gonna put them on a plate and you're gonna put toothpicks in them. And our toothpicks are gonna be our lightsabers or our jousters or our swords, whatever you decide they are. Then your whole family is gonna gather around the microwave. You're gonna put them on a plate and you're going to put them in the microwave for 45 seconds. Don't let it go that long. Trust me, don't let it go that long. Then the Peeps, the first one that stabs the other Peep wins. Photo finish. I wanna see the pictures, send them to me. And as soon as this happens, you're gonna wanna turn off the microwave. Okay, so let's get this thing started. Don't forget to send me a picture, okay? Pause this video and go do it.
Okay, so how did it go? Who won? I'm curious to know. Don't forget to post those pictures. Now listen, send them to hashtag EasterJam2020 because we want to see what your Peeps look like. Just as an idea, this was the poor guy who didn't win. But we didn't let it go the 45 seconds, so remember what Kayla said about that, okay? Now, I have to admit, that was a lot more fun than I was expecting it to be. But hey, it's all in good fun, okay? Ready for another game? All right. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to find socks, preferably a pair, and I need you to find a laundry basket. This game's going to be a lot of fun, but hey, one quick thing. They got to be pairs. Can't have just the mismatched socks. So for my kids, that's going to be a tough deal. And by the way, for any of you kids out there, if your socks will move by themselves, if they don't need a foot inside to move, that's too dirty. Don't go with those, okay? But get some socks and come right back and Lacey will explain more about how this game's going to work.
All right, have you got your socks? Have you got your basket? Good. So you're gonna need 2 players and you're gonna need 2 scorekeepers. However, if you don't happen to have any other scorekeepers, you'll have to keep the score on your own. Remember, this is gonna be on an honor system. Parents, I'm talking to you too. So you're gonna put your basket on one side of the room and you're gonna dump all your socks on the other side of the room. All right, when I say ready, the 2 players are gonna go and they're gonna go through the piles of socks and find the matches. When they find the match, You're going to roll them up into a ball, or even like an Easter egg. And from there, you're going to toss them into the basket. Simple enough? So if you need to press pause, go ahead, get your stuff. But I'm going to show you how it's done. Does that work?
All right, everybody, are you ready? Great. All right, we're putting a 1-minute timer on the clock. So this Easter egg throwdown happens in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Families, come back over. Who won? Okay, that was wild. Whoever won gets socks. Just kidding. Adults, make sure whoever won gets a special surprise. Maybe even some of these. Okay, so I hope you're having fun so far. We're celebrating because today is Easter. If you don't know the whole story of Easter, that's okay. Today we'll talk about what makes today more than any other day a happy, happy day. But before we get there, I know you have a lot of family and friends that would love to hear from you because they miss you. And to make that happen, we have a few options. So pause this video in a second and pick one of the challenges on your screen to make sure you wish your peeps a happy Easter.
Okay, so I got like 9 texts, even one full of emojis, all wishing me a happy Easter. So thanks everybody for that. Even though we're celebrating Easter a little differently than we have before, it's okay. Easter is still happy. And that's not just because of our Peep Wars or Easter baskets or even the chocolate bunnies. Those are great. It's still happy because of what happened thousands of years ago at the first Easter. It's the world's most powerful story, and yet it is so simple. And the best part is, we're going to tell it with laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts, and minds, and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and His disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome Him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest Him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted Him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with His friends, He told them that He would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest Him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent Him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have Him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release Him. but a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of his own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then he died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely he was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took his body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now he was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down his life. Through God's power, he defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, he's promised to return, so we can live with him forever.
Wow. I hear that story every Easter, and it always amazes me. I mean, God sent Jesus to this world to remind me that he is greater than anything that could go wrong in the world. The simple fact that Jesus came back to life is proof to me that I can handle any bad situation that happens. So, I like to think that I can because Jesus lives. I can have hope because Jesus lives. I can be brave because Jesus lives. And I can love because Jesus lives. So here's an idea, okay? Take a few minutes, and I want you to put this on your things to do, okay? I want you to think of, and I want you to fill in the blank. I can because Jesus lives, okay? So I want you to pause this, and I want you to talk it over with your families and meet me back here.
Awesome. I love having conversations like these because remembering what God has done in the past helps me to trust him in the present and what's going on in my life right now. I hope that's true for you too, and I hope to spend the rest of your day with your family making happy memories. So to get you started, I have one last challenge for you. I want you to pick out your best photographer, your best selfie taker, if you will, and I want you to take a family Easter picture. So go outside in the rain, in your pajamas, and take a selfie of your family. And then I want you to send it to me. #EasterJam2020. You can put a funny filter on it. You can do a silly face, whatever. These are about maybe making happy memories. And maybe now more than ever, it's time to celebrate and remember that God's faithfulness and the hope that he gives us is in Jesus. After all, that's what makes Easter so happy.
Wow.
Empty cross, an empty grave. Life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same. When I stand in that place, realize meeting face to face, I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive.